cotton candy color skies.
This is your sign.
I've been struggling. What started off as fun and something to create turned into something obsessive for the last 4 years, and ultimately it broke me. I wanted to live the dream. I did what the experts told me, and I posted every day, engaged, liked, shared, and I followed. Almost chained to my phone, scared that all the small traction that I had built would slow down and then I'd be back to square one. I knew I needed a break, so I put myself in timeout, and what I was most worried about finally happened. I lost followers, I lost interaction, and my phone stopped beeping. All those hours of being glued to my phone, recording, creating, and editing just faded into the background, and for the first time in a while, I did whatever I wanted without having my phone. Our phones are so addictive. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't living for the dopamine hits that I was getting. I'm so grateful for all the connections and the opportunities I've had. There are so many great things. But one thing that made me start to think is, what is the most valuable thing in this world? It's our time, and I think I was spending it a little too carelessly. Lately the weather has been absolutely diabolical, but that's to be expected for living on the west coast and during spring. But with this bad weather, it's also been a reprieve because I've been able to reflect on myself and not really do or feel like I have to go anywhere. It was incredibly hard stepping back from my phone and not having to look at the screen all the time to see the notifications that I was no longer getting. It was actually really hard for me to take on that no one actually really noticed that I was gone or even really cared, and that I was posting like everyone did. It was really nice though to step back and actually concentrate on my work, because I work full-time as a shift worker doing 12-hour shifts, 4 days on and 4 days off. I actually really love my job. And then on top of that, trying to homeschool my 2 little boys, keeping them active in their learning, as well as trying to run a home. When I look back at all of this, I'm still really confused how I even found the time to do half the things that I was doing on top. So when it came to having some real connections, I literally did not have time, so my life became really lonely outside of my family. I would keep incredibly busy trying to work on the garden, especially now it's spring, trying to get everything organised for the summer to come. I absolutely love being outside in my garden, but my glasshouse is also a reminder of how I became popular in the first place online. I built my own glasshouse and shared the journey as I was making it, and this brought on a lot of followers, but I couldn't keep up with sharing garden content because I'm not in the garden all the time. I always felt like I was letting people down because I wasn't posting much about the garden when that's what they were there for, but at the same time, I really struggled to please everyone. Every time I would get an unfollow, it would honestly cripple me, and I would think about the last content I created thinking, man, that's just not good enough, knowing that I'd put so much effort into it. I became incredibly bitter towards social media, a platform created to measure your own success from likes and follows. I wanted to be authentic online and just share parts of me and normalise just my living day life. But unfortunately, because I didn't get enough likes or enough follows, this app kept telling me that I was not enough. I refused to be controversial, and I refused to be opinionated. I just wanted to be authentic in a space for people to come, watch my content, and just enjoy. I know I obsessed way too much, and I needed to take a step back. And now I just want to do things for me and do what I enjoy and tell stories.